Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side. The other side of sports is your host, Laws in the building. It's me. It's Aaron. We here rocking out a little bit closer to week one opening day. We gonna be here soon enough, Aaron. But preseason has started. Hey, we saw some stuff this week, dog. Jaden, can we get hype?
Cooker.
3 for 547, little boot joint, little read option joint, scamping it into the end zone, through the little go route joint, change the play at the line. He got autonomy like that already.
Real coaches.
Hey, can we cut Emmanuel Forbes? That Bama's some trash, Aaron. He can't guard me. He can't guard me right now. Did you see the play where he got burnt on a little like a 15-yard go to
I
the
didn't
back of
think.
the end?
Yeah, I didn't think he got burnt. To me, it looked like a choice route where they do the back shoulder or the fade, and he beat the nigga to the fade, and the Bama ended up catching. I mean, beat the nigga
He
to the
was
back
he
shoulder.
was he was chasing from behind though. That's the problem. Like you can't let Alabama stack you. You know, football. Once he stack you, you dead. If the pass is right, it's nothing you can do. It's just basic things that I'm seeing. I don't know if it's a lack of confidence. I don't know what it is. I mean, the report says he
You can't
getting.
let a bum Bama get a
That's what
touchdown.
I'm saying, though. You can't let Alabama, who might be working at Walmart at the end of the week, cook you.
I just think it's too soon to like write the Bama completely off. The Bama was being coached by Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. It seemed like he came in better than what he ended up being towards the end of the season. For me, I'm gonna watch what the coaches end up doing with him.
Mhm.
He like we act like we haven't seen some real terrible cornerbacks in this city. Like terrible, terrible Bamas that just got left out there. Mike Rumph type Bamas, Carlos Rogers at one point. I think they overdrafted him, so it put extra emphasis on him not being elite. But I'm not completely writing the Bama off at this point because they don't really have nothing at DB on the squad.
Mhm.
So you're gonna see 450 bakes all over the field, really.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't think
Yeah.
he know worse than what we seen happen in the St. Juice last year, all the
Mhm.
time and stuff like that. So to me, it's just to me he right now he like the low hanging fruit because niggas don't got nothing to complain about because Ron gone and Jack
Okay.
gone. So right
Yeah.
now the only thing people got to act like Redskins fans with is Emmanuel Forbes.
Okay. All right.
He
Fair
not good.
enough.
Not saying that either, but it's early, dog. It's early.
I just, it just bothers me, dog, when I see Alabama just get cooked by other scrubs. Like you can't let scrubs cook.
He
You
didn't
gotta
draft
be.
himself.
Yeah, you're
Ron
right.
and them forced
You're
that.
right. You're
What was
right.
it? 16. Like
Hmm.
nobody else was talking about taking him that high.
Hmm.
It's not like the Bama got drafted then lost 60 pounds. He been that size. So it's like
Hmm.
you got to blame the other regime. Like at this point, you got to get the best you can get out of this Bama, or just cut him if you just saying like he's just the worst Bama ever. You're not getting nothing out of him. He can't be developed.
He might be ready to get cut, though. In my book, I'm ready to cut him now, Aaron. I just, I and maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe it's something there, but I feel like once somebody's confidence is already kind of shot, and sports confidence is the number one thing you need. Half the time,
A DB especially.
I wasn't better than a lot of Bammers when
You
it
lying.
came to
No,
hooping.
you lying. You
No,
just
no,
said
no, no. Hold on. What I'm saying is what made me better than a lot of Bammers was my confidence level. I had to be told, I had to be shown that I wasn't as good as Bama. In my mind, I thought I was the best Bama in the world.
it.
Like real talk, dog. Like I had the Kanye West ego type joint when it came to sports. Like I really thought I was the greatest Bama until a Bama cooked me. Then I'm like, dang, like that Bama nice. Like I ain't really that nice. But it would cause me to work. Like I was one of them type of people. Like if you cook me, then I wouldn't eat, sleep, or drink like for the next 3 days. I'm just working on my craft. Like that's how I would go. The joint is what make me great, but it's also like it's kind of crazy. But like that's just how I got down. So I mean, they saying Jamin Davis is coming along. They like his skill set. They like his work ethic. They like, and granted,
His willingness to try a different position.
yeah,
So,
and just tackle it head on. They giving him a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, it's a changing system. So, you having to digest and learn a lot of new things, whatever, especially what they trying to get you to do. But like skill and like certain like a baseline level of ability, you you can't let scrubs cook you. Like to me, that's just unacceptable, especially if you're a first round pick. Like I just hold the bar high, and it may be unfair. I granted it may be unfair. Like if he was like a fourth round pick, I don't know that I would. I still would be upset because it's Ron Rivera like holdover. But I just be like, I mean, he's a fourth round pick. I guess I would give it a little bit of leeway. But when you're picked high in the draft, even though granted their evaluations is trash, we know that. Still, it's like once you buy an expensive car, dog, it's like you can't take it back to the dealership. It's like we already paid the money for this drink. Like we gotta drive this drink somehow, some way. And so if the engine light on and I just got the joint, I'm already kind of blown because I'm like, oh, this car was expensive. First round picks, you gotta hit them joints. You get it though. You understand where I'm coming from.
no, this is all wrong. This is all the anger I was waiting for Bama's to have towards him when he was here. That's all. He was
It be
trash out the
I
gate.
Mike non-ability having scrubs, dog. Earn. I'm not a DB no more, but Bama not gonna cook me on a route like that. It wasn't even a good crispy route. Bama just ran like a little slow wheel joint and just stacked them. I'm like, bro, it's just like his diagnosis of the play and what's happening just too slow. I'm like, bro, it's only but two things this Bama gonna do when he get. I'm like, yeah, bro. They might need to cut him. Just go ahead and cut him. So I
Just
can't
wait
be
till
mad
St.
at him
Juice
no
get out there. No, just wait. And we gonna see who you gonna really be pissed at.
more. Okay.
'Cause St.
All
Juice, y'all must not remember what was happening last year.
right.
Like
Yeah,
Forbes
he
had a
was having
terrible,
trouble.
terrible game against AJ Brown, but Juice was getting cooked all year long and
Yeah,
getting
he
penalties
was.
all year long. Like
Yeah,
to me,
he
that's
was.
who I'd
He
be more focused on
yeah, he was
than
snagging
Forbes.
shorts. Though. Yeah, he was snagging shorts.
Because he the number one corner right now on the squad.
Mhm. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, we gonna see. But I like what I saw from the Commanders. They look good. Quarterback over in Chicago. Have you watched the first Hard Knocks joint for the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, it was kind of weak, but I watched it.
I I like what Nick Saban was saying, and when he was talking to him about talking
Okay.
to the head coach, but Eberflus. But it's the thing, though. We back to this, Aaron, and I know you gonna get on me because I don't be giving Bama's a fair shake because I go off of stuff that's not like football related. I go off of like
You think he too
your
cool?
ability. Yeah,
Eberflus. He a lame
dog.
Bama with a
Yeah,
beard now. You think he
hey,
cool?
hey, listen, bro. I Part of being a head coach in the National Football League, in order to garner winning, is you have to have certain qualities that make. Now granted, I know everybody is not a pastor and has the ability of speech and to be like a orator and be able to have like. I know that's a rare gift that people have, be able to motivate players and stuff like that. But it's important though. If you're trying to galvanize a team and players and get them on the same page, I'm not saying that's the only thing you need. You need to know X's and O's. And I think April Fruits knows X's and O's, but it's a little bit of believability that has to come into it in order for players to kind of like really see where you're coming. And I pay attention to everything. Body language, especially when he was talking to Caleb Williams, and you can see Caleb Williams was like this like during the whole and the arms crossed.
That
Like,
reminded me.
go ahead.
When he was trying to correct Caleb Williams on the off-platform throws and the stuff that makes Caleb Caleb, I was like, if you don't get your ass out of here, like, are you kidding me?
It's just listen.
Are
If
you
it's
kidding me?
going good, this is what's going to happen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm about to give you the diagnosis. From what I saw, the dynamic that's there is that if things aren't going well, Eberflus is going to be like very critical of Caleb, and Caleb is going to turn into a like where I'm not listening to you,
Right.
and that just it could just be problematic, especially in sports when Bama's try to tell you something that in 100,000 years they can never do, and they
Right.
try to tell you
That's
what
why I'm
you
like,
need to
what? Go sit down somewhere.
you get to tune it out, and then you
And
and
then
you
the
gonna
OC that they got, it's like to me, it's just like how these Bama's just end up falling into these gold mines to be in position to be associated with these guys is like it's crazy to me. And Caleb's future is now tied to these people. It's just crazy. Now, luckily, Caleb is one of them super blue chip elite Bama's where it doesn't matter as much
he gonna be able to like
compensate for the
compensate for what
foolishness.
they let what they lack. But I still think how dog the NFL is a very difficult place to win. And I just week in and week out, you need all the things working for you together. And if the Bama's play calling is not right or their game plans is not conducive to the teams that they're playing, like some of the mistakes is gonna fall on Caleb that may not necessarily be his fault, but because these Bama's trying to preserve their jobs and stuff like it just could get real messy. Now, Caleb is a special talent, clearly,
And
because
his
he just
teammates
has
know
it.
it.
He has ability, dog. Abilities that you can't teach, and I think that's going to help. But I said it before, and I'm gonna repeat it again so people can hear. But I don't think Eberflus. I just don't. I think he'd probably be a good coordinator, offensive coordinator, or defense coordinator. But I don't think he need to be the head coach of the football team. I just think that that's problematic. Ryan Poles, I think, will help compensate because what they did with DJ Moore, like kind of recognizing his
Yeah,
contributions
yeah.
and then doing forward thinking and like, we're gonna get ahead of this. We're gonna re him up. He got 2 years left in his deal. Like that's the type of stuff that earns you equity within your organization where the players want to like put forth their best efforts because they feel like you did right by them. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way. And it feels like Ryan Poles, like especially in his position, he doesn't seem like real close to Eberflus, just from my position. But he seems like he can kind of like connect with the players on a level that I think can help Chicago ultimately be successful. They got their pieces, they got weapons. The team is good, but
They
I
got
just
enough to win. It's gonna fall on the coaching. This is where you're
yeah
gonna get to see that coaching matters.
yeah because like I know you know if the game plan not right, you having to overcome that too. Like just a dumb game plan to start it just could be bad, though. It just could be bad, and I don't know what kind of input because he a rookie. Like it's
He
just
gonna
gonna
have
be
to ignore a
interesting.
lot. That's what it's gonna come down to. Does he
Yeah.
have the temperament and the personality to be able to ignore people respectfully? Like
Mhm.
he doesn't want to come off and turn the media and the whites against him by just being outright defiant.
Mhm.
But you got to know how to like you listen in a meeting and then you go to your teammates afterwards like this nigga don't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like one of
Yeah.
those situations. And you like appeasing people. Like this is where you're gonna get to see the CEO version of like Caleb Williams, where
Yeah.
you appeasing
Yeah.
the coaches in the media saying the right stuff, but
Yeah.
when the play call come in your head and you like, here we go,
That's not gonna work. You
and your
already know.
teammates know you a baller, like you'll have the autonomy a little bit to like
Yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
adjustments. And then when they start, hey, I thought we called such. Oh yeah, my headset wasn't working, and just walk off and sit down. You know, just little. He's gonna have to ignore a lot of foolishness. You can tell already,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because the coach is the owner's guy. Like
Mhm.
I was irritated with Poles when they hired Eberflus in the first place, but then a couple years later, I found out the owners gave him three coaches to choose from out of the
Uh,
people that were interviewed. So it kind of started to make sense, similar to with Dabo. Like as you find out more
mhm.
information, you're like, okay, like it's not on him. You got some idiots around you. So I think they kind of trying to force everything to make this work. I just hope that it doesn't end up falling on Poles and Caleb because to me they just look like um, guys that ended up in positions that I don't know that they necessarily need to be in.
Yeah, nah, I 100% agree. 100% agree. Uh, Minnesota, JJ McCarthy, apparently the Bama injured. So Donald probably gonna be the starter over in for the Vikings.
You
Listen,
gonna learn.
JJ, he
Oh,
made
you
some
gonna
good
learn.
throws, but but when I did the evaluation, and I was like, I had and the quarterback who played I think better in the preseason than he did was Bo Nix, and I had JJ McCarthy number 5. You know who I didn't have on there? Drake May was not on there. He about to lose his job to a 6th round pick.
But they don't want to talk about that.
I mean,
Yeah,
dog, we
where all the
do
Drake
this.
May people at? Like they not in the comments no more. They not reaching out on Instagram. They not
They
DMing
not
you. Where all the
they
Drake May people at?
always disappear when we get to talking about this because people on the chat, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Dog, he's better. Dog, he's not better. We
And we
look at the
said he
tape.
wasn't gonna be ready to start. Every other quarterback in the draft is more ready to start than he would be. And we said it before the draft took place. And they're
So
gonna wait till he have a C- game and then be jumping. See, we told you he could play. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 175 yards. Like stop, stop.
dog,
And there's
yeah,
nothing against him, but stop like planting
yeah,
these guys. It's
it,
plants.
it's
These
just the
people are
plant, though.
plants.
Yeah, we called it, and look, we know time will tell every time. We don't got to make nothing up. But the Vikings, back to them. JJ McCarthy, he played a good first game, but the Bama injured. So I just, they were talking about he might. I don't think he needed to start week 1 anyway. I think Sam Darnold looked more competent as a quarterback, gives you a little bit better, uh, for what they're trying to do over in Minnesota. I think your chances are higher with Sam Darnold right out the gate. JJ McCarthy still needs some development. He threw a pick in the game, so you can show these little highlights and stuff like that. But you know, interception is an interception.
He had two
Uh,
touchdowns.
he did have 2, and they were good throws. Like, don't get it twisted. I think, I'm not saying it's the end all be all, whatever. I think he can be a competent quarterback, right? So, but I'm just saying the injury kind of is actually a blessing in disguise for him, in my opinion, because it gives him more time to kind of see the game at the pace that is being played, and not have as much pressure coming right in. Because if he came and he start and he lose the first 2 games, you're looking at Sam Darnold like I might have to just go with Sam Darnold because you lose
And
too many, the season get away from you.
yeah, and if he loses that quarterback battle, it ends up being like it makes him look less ready or less
Mm,
um, talented. Whereas now, automatically, Sam Donald gets to go out there and stink it up like Sam Donald does, and they're
mm,
going to be begging for JJ McCarthy. And then I
mm.
think people will live a little better with the mistakes that come with being a rookie. And
Agreed.
in Minnesota, expectations aren't that high anyway. So um, this really does end up kind of being a gift in disguise because Sam
Yeah,
Donald's gonna be trash. Go out there and remind everybody why he was a bust
yeah.
in with the
Well, well,
Jets.
well, well, Sam Darnold to me will just be like he has moments, but he regresses too. So I think you'll get some highs and then some lows, and you just gotta hope that the lows don't lose you the game. That's
They
all.
will because the lows is turnovers, just like Kirk Cousins, his big brother. His fumbles and interceptions. That's his lows.
No, then we had Denver Broncos. They got 3 quarterbacks they playing. Bo Nix looked sharp, Aaron.
He did.
He looked sharp. He threw some strikes,
He
some
won't be a guy.
passes with touch.
He won't be a guy.
Okay, he won't be a guy. Who else we had this weekend that was out there? I mean, you of course you had Pittsburgh.
Penix,
They go. You said who?
Michael Penix Jr.
Phoenix. What did he look like? I ain't get to
cooking,
see his.
cooking,
He was cooking.
cooking. Kirk, you better be ready for week 1, or you might never get on the field. Cooking,
Woo!
like we told you he would. Cooking.
Hey, cooking.
Patriots should have took him at 3. Cooking.
They'd be in a lot different spot if they had him. Joe Milton looked like he about to be the starter in Indy. I mean,
I wish
for the
Belichick was there
Pats.
because Belichick would start Milton.
Oh,
Belichick don't give
facts,
a F what nobody think.
facts. And he
Mayo,
got the
I don't know
cachet.
if he has
Nah, he
the
don't got that
cachet to pull
cachet.
that move.
Nah, he can't do it. I mean, if he was smart, he would just do it. Like, you know,
But in your first year, that's basically a middle finger to your GM who hired you. So I don't know who the GM is now that
That's
that
it. Yeah,
Belichick is gone.
you right. I ain't think about it like that, but you absolutely
That's a
right. That's
direct middle
yeah.
finger to the GM.
That's a you yeah that yeah, bro.
Even if Milton is better, they're not gonna let Milton start. They'll start what's my guy name?
Zappy?
No, 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 hell no. The other black dude that was here last year
Oh, you talking about
that was cooking when he was in the game,
yeah
and then
yeah
all of
yeah
a
yeah.
sudden when
You
Sam
you
Howell and the offense don't work.
you talking about black dude Brissett
Yeah,
Jacoby?
Jacoby Brissett. Like
Yeah.
they'll start Brissett just to not have to have that conversation.
Mhm.
Um, and Brissett's look good in camp allegedly.
Yeah,
So,
he's looked solid. I mean, he's a competent NFL quarterback, though.
so it,
I
you
mean,
never have to have
one
that
of the
conversation.
best backups to have if you're gonna have a backup quarterback. So him starting, it's almost like what's the dude who was with Indianapolis last year? Uh, the who was with the Eagles. He used to play with the
Oh, with the
Eagles.
mutton chop.
Yeah, with the mullet. What's his name? Yeah, he solid backup. Bottom line, solid backup. So
He about to get that starting job.
yeah, nah, facts. Yeah, he over at Raiders, right? He with the Raiders
Yeah,
this year. Yeah, so yeah, nah, that's the look at the rookie quarterbacks. Then you got some veterans. I mean, you saw the Steelers and they had Justin Fields out there, couldn't get the quarterback, the center exchange. Now, some of it's on Justin Fields, some of it's not. I mean, but if you Justin Fields and you're trying to make a case why the team should be yours and you should be the starter, you can't have those fumbles and mistakes, whether it's the center or not. I mean, it just to me, you gotta figure out how to make it work. Um, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Apparently, there's no quarterback controversy, but I felt like because Russell Wilson wasn't like actively in the practices and getting the reps and stuff, I felt like Justin Fields could definitely like have the opportunity to overtake him on the depth chart, but with the last showing, I just don't think that was enough to really give him that next level of push, at least to make it a conversation. I think you probably go back into, well, we just gonna run with Russell Wilson and just see how that goes. But I don't know. Steelers got decision to make. Um, yeah, so yep, that's that. Any other preseason joint that kind of stood out?
can't think of
Um,
any other rookies.
who was
Caleb looked all right
playing?
in his
He,
preseason joint.
he looked
Uh,
sharp. Jaden looked sharp. Uh, yeah, nah, that's all of the quarterbacks that went out there and really had their first go at it. Yeah. So what's going on with Dallas and Jerry Jones and CeeDee Lamb? That man's still not in camp yet, Ern.
WME.
They playing games. I don't care. I'm Commanders all day. If they want to play games and stack L's, be my guest, bro. You playing with Why are you not giving them? They need to re-up that man. Give him the bread with earn. It's one thing if you got a player that's like, so this is just my opinion, right? For example, Brandon Ayuk, right? Production is there, but like you don't know if he was on another team, like could he produce the same way? Like, yeah, there's some questions. Maybe not a lot. It may be like 60-40, maybe 70-30, but there's still some questions there, right? If you want to pay him or not. Do you want to like assign as much money to the cap to this player where you got these other pieces and the value set for that team is different, right? I get it. There is nobody on the Dallas Cowboys on offense that is more valuable than CeeDee Lamb. What are we talking about, people? This cut the check for the man. I don't get it. You playing Russian roulette with your best offensive weapon? You want to play chicken with your best offensive weapon? Just go ahead and pay the man, dog. It don't make no sense. Jerry, hey bro, you gonna have to just bow out, bro. You're gonna have to bow out. Cause this is not making sense. I mean, I get it. You got Dak under contract. You don't want to pay him. You should pay him too. But okay, maybe just people just forget what it's like to be the bottom of the barrel. They just must have. He must have forgot what it's like being 5-11 or 5-12. Cause I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I know the Bengals. You know, Jamar Chase got 2 years left on his contract, and they doing a little funny business with him. He trying to hold out and get paid more money. But at least they got T. Higgins. They got other little weapons on their team. I feel like okay, you can at least can hold you down. Who's the next? Who's the secondary receiver on the Dallas Cowboys? Aaron, do you know? I don't even know. Who's the number two? Don't say Brandon Cooks.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I I, I have no clue who. Let's just go look. You got your Jalen Tolbert. Get the frick out of here, dog. Brandon Cooks. Dog. If I start naming these Bammers, you won't even know. You wouldn't even know they play football, bro. I mean, Cavante Turpin, wasn't that Bama in the CFL like 2 years ago? Come on, stop it. Jalen Cropper, Jalen Brooks. Come on, bro. They ain't even draft no wide receivers like that. Yeah, bro. They're in a world of hurt if they don't sign CeeDee Lamb back. I don't know what they think they're going to do without CeeDee Lamb. I don't know what they're going to do. No, first of all, this is another thing that's blowing me. Why is Ezekiel Elliott on their depth chart as their top running back?
Because he is.
These Bams want to go five. They want to go 5-12, dog. They want
They
to go
better go
five
get
and
Shador.
12.
They going to get Shador. And hoping Jerry survived to see it.
They got to be doing something, dog. Because what they got right now on this roster, I'd have give CeeDee Lamb double what the top receiver is getting based upon his value to this team. They gonna learn the hard way. Jerry gonna learn the hard way, dog. You in order to make ice cream, you need milk and sugar. You don't have both of those ingredients, it's salt water. Yo, yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Okay, on to some basketball, bro. What do you think about what them called won the gold medal? USA went down the stretch versus Serbia. Jayson Tatum don't get no minutes.
People been trying to tell y'all Steve Kerr is a trash coach, but nobody want to hear it. Nobody want to hear it. So I don't know
Steve
what
Kerr
else to tell
trash.
you.
No, you get away with it because you got the best players in the world on your team. But reality, like, bro, you mean to tell me Jayson Tatum, who won a championship, their whole squad won the chip. He the best the NBA champion. Can't get no minutes versus Serbia? No. Celtics about to be a problem this year, bro. They about to Jaylen Brown got left off. You got Dirk White out that joint. How disrespectful is that? I ain't even see Jayson Tatum and none of them like partying after the drink. Like they showing LeBron and Steph or whatever. Side note, Steph is the best shooter ever to play basketball. Ever. Ever. Steph Curry, the best shooter ever. Do you agree with that, Aaron?
Like I don't know who you could even throw in the conversation and try to put in competition with him as a shooter.
The next best shooter that ever played a game was Reggie, in my opinion.
I say Ray Allen, but
Ray Allen was a problem too. I have no argument here against the Ray Allen joint, but if I
but
had to
it's a
like pick
gap
out of
between Steph and part of that is the game was played different. Like I'm sure if Ray Allen went out there and threw up whatever he wanted, Reggie did the same thing.
Mhm.
Like the numbers would be closer, but at the same time, you can't penalize Steph for changing the game. It's like Randy Moss, where he came in the league, Bama was running the ball 60% of the time. And
It's
playing cover
different.
two meant you can't throw
Yeah,
deep. And then Randy come in the league and Bama just start doing whatever they wanted. And so it's just like you can't be penalized for what people were doing before you. So on that note, like the Bama's the GOAT shooter.
yeah, he the go, bro. He the go. That championship game for the gold medal, bro. I mean, when Steph catches fire, there's literally nothing you can do. And I don't even like just watching it, it's just like, bro, that's a bad shot. But for him, it's a good
Terrible
shot.
shot.
Like, no, and it's just, yeah, bro. I mean, I know he practiced a lot of them trick shots and stuff like that, but it just was unreal, bro. Like it's like he had the game on rookie and he was just throwing stuff up. Like you make everything when the game is on rookie. So, I mean, that's essentially what it is. But they were showing like, LeBron and all of them like kind of partying and hanging out, you know, going out. I ain't see Jayson Tatum in not one of them joints.
He probably
Like
pissed.
he pissed, dog. And you can't like be seen as pissed because it's a bad look. But in your mind, I know he like, okay, y'all think I'm some y'all basically saying I'm some sauce. I can't get no minutes. All right, I got you. He will go back to the Celtics and be averaging 34 next year, bro. He about to be cooked. Him and Brown about to go. They might go 3-peat just cause. Um, all right. NFL news. Okay, Steelers. Oh, Steelers have agreed upon a deal for Brandon Ayuk. Is that breaking news? I missed it. Hold on. Steelers have a deal in place to acquire Brandon Ayuk. 49ers await wide receivers' answers on long-term contract offer. What? So it's a done deal, Aaron. Brandon Ayuk going to the Steelers? That helps them tremendously. That helps them tremendously. Uh, what do you think about that move? You on mute, Aaron?
Yeah, I don't see how this is any different from the last time they faked the trade to the Steelers, had me believing it
Mhm,
was a done deal. It's waiting on him to sign off on the contract that you said he
mhm.
wasn't going to get. So we'll see.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't going to get it. I didn't say he wasn't going to
He
get the
said he wasn't going to get
contract.
30.
I said I wouldn't give him 30.
Nah, we said you said we got the evidence from yesterday. This is less than
Hold
24
on, hold
hours
on,
ago.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
You
hold
said
on.
he wasn't getting. You said he wasn't getting that bread.
Nah, I mean, I think Brandon Ayuk should be paid. I don't think he should be paid as the top wide receiver in the league.
No, the top
I don't,
receiver is getting 35. He just looking for
okay,
30.
30. Oh yeah, yeah, he can get 30. He can get 30. He can get 30. But I'm not paying him 35.
Nah, nah.
Nah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, if he go to the Steelers, that's a come up for the Steelers. They need another wideout. Because they got George Pickens, and I think he's good, but they need another guy. And they get him, that's a boost. That's for sure a boost to their offensive firepower. Because they need it. They need it. Uh the JJ McCarthy news is, oh dang, he had to undergo surgery for the meniscus tear. I thought he just hurt his knee, but now they're saying surgery. I don't know if that's meniscus tear. What's that? The year? Meniscus is the year, right?
Nah, meniscus isn't necessarily it. It's
Okay.
it's a tear.
Yeah, it's a tear.
So if you get the surgery, it's going to be longer. Sometimes you can play with it being torn or partially torn. It's just a
Hmm.
pain management.
Hmm.
Did they say he having a surgery?
Yeah. McCarthy to undergo surgery for meniscus tear. Dang. Yeah, you might just sit him for the year, dog. You might just sit him for the year, just let him watch, get healthy, and then you're not picking a quarterback next year. You know, let it just be a almost like you do the Anthony Richardson type situation. You just kind of let the year play out and then Next year, you're not in the quarterback sweepstakes in the draft. You got your guy, he kind of knows your offense, and then you looking to hit the ground running. Hassan Reddick requested a trade. He wants to get paid. The Jets traded for him from the Eagles, got him. I guess there was some they were supposed to pay him, and then they just haven't. And now it's a problem. He holding out. Do they give him the bread, earn, or just
They playing media hardball right now. They all the teams use the same blueprint when it's a player that they talk to behind the scenes. Hey, we're gonna get this deal done. Just agree to the trade. We're gonna figure it out. And then once they get you there, they like he can't pull this again, so we just gonna drag it into the season. He like, nah, y'all told me y'all was gonna pay me. And so he asking for a trade. They saying they not giving him a trade. Um, but the pressure's on them. Like they need this Bama to go on this run that they want to go on. So um, they're gonna have to figure something out. But a lot
yeah.
of times, what it takes is going out there, not getting sacks, not getting pressure. Them saying, "Hey, we need this
We got
Bama."
this guy. We got this guy on our team, but we just want to pay him. Like you know, and real talk. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I mean, you could just give him 2 year deal extension. You know what I'm saying? Give him more money for this year, make it all fully guaranteed, and just for the next year, whatever. Like there's ways around it. I just don't. If you're talking about Super Bowl window, the Jets is tripping. Y'all tripping, bro. Like I mean, Quentin Williams is a problem, but you ain't getting no pressure and no sacks. It's gonna look different. And y'all play San Francisco week 1, so y'all can play around if y'all want to. I'm just glad the Commanders ain't got no issues right now with the like signing people on our roster and all like that, because that joint just yeah. I don't know. Uh, I think that's all, bro. I think that's all we got. Football back. We got a special guest coming on the show next week, bro. I I'll re- I'll reveal it next week. But yeah, we got a special guest next week coming on the show. We ain't had a guest on here in a minute, but this one, Aaron, you gonna appreciate this one. You gonna appreciate this one. I did some work. Get this. You gonna like this one a lot, bro. You gonna be
Here
like,
you
oh,
go.
this Ever Hurl. Yeah. Um, Follow us at OSS 980, other side of sports. Um, I Hey, listen, hold on. Before we get out of here, the balloon pop joint
One of the funniest shows
is the
or
greatest level
ideas.
editor ever,
Somebody's a
dog.
genius.
Genius. No, but it also shows that we in a bad state of affairs, bro. It's a bad state of affairs and just relationships in general. What these youngins think they can bring to the table and get chose,
Some
it's
used
just
bots. Get them out of here.
no, it's just and trust me, I'm not no disrespect to any youngins out here that have children in different situations and stuff like that. But like it you're starting to see how
Life,
don't
life's
life's dog. You can't walk around. And some of these young in the delusions too. It's just so apparent. Like soon as they open their mouth and they start talking on the mic, it's just like this youngin is not in touch with reality. Like they're not in touch. And I mean, and honestly, some of the guys too, but it's less the guys though. It's showing like how guys kind of accept situations and women just like make excuses and deflect for a lot of situations and stuff. I mean, granted, there's been some youngins on there, and it's been like some dudes, but it just I don't even know how they picking these people and deciding to put them on the show and what kind of vetting process or
like a
whatever. But
raffle,
this
bro.
is yeah, this joint is just it's like what you get, I don't know. But I tell you this much, praise Jehovah. I am not in these streets, dog, because them joints, it look treacherous out there,
Trash.
bro.
Trash.
Dog, what y'all got to pick from? Oh my goodness. If that's the crop. Now, granted, I don't know where they finding these joints from, but
The same
that
place.
crop is
No, it's
stay
general
away.
population. Yeah. It's general population.
Stay far away
These
from
people
that
aren't
joint.
outliers. It's like the majority at this point, especially in this age bracket. Like I can't speak for the 20,
Mhm,
25, but for the Bammers that should have been out the game, that's still in the game,
mhm.
trash.
Yeah. I saw this one dude on Instagram. This Bama just be joining run clubs to meet young. Bama be just joining the run clubs to meet joints. I'm like, dog. It looked like his crop better though in that joint. Oh, that balloon pop joint. Oh no. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Follow us at OSS 980 Other Side of Sports. Share the show, share the content, and we out.